Welcome back everyone. Macbeth, Act 3, Scene 4, banquet scene. Very important from the examination perspective. Dear students, learn this scene really well. Don't worry. Here in today's session, I have discussed 8 most important questions from this scene so that you can have a thorough revision. A one-shot session. Do not skip it. And let us start today's discussion quickly. Question 1. In Act 3, Scene 4 of Macbeth, how does Macbeth react to the news of Fleance's escape? 100 to 150 words, 5 marks, short answer, question. What is the question? How does Macbeth react? Macbeth's reactions. We must focus on his specific reactions to the news of Fleance's escape. The first murderer informs Macbeth Fleance is escaped. Important quotation. Fleance escaped. Macbeth is shocked. To the point answer. Macbeth is shocked. His reaction and states, "Then comes my fit again." An appropriate textual reference, an appropriate textual quotation justifying this reaction. His apprehensions remain what they were before. That is, the likelihood of Banquo's issue becoming king remains. First reaction, shocked. Second reaction, his apprehensions remain. So, 1 and 2. If Fleance had been murdered, Macbeth could have felt strong as a marble block that has no crack or fissure. His position would have been as firm a foundation as rocks. But with Fleance alive, he is cabined, cribbed, confined. Very important. So if you're reading this scene, learn this quotation. Cabined, cribbed, confined. Bound to saucy doubts and fears. Another reaction. He is filled with fear. He is doubtful. His thoughts are cramped. His ambitions dwarfed. His activities hedged in within narrow bounds, and himself handed over, caged and in chains to doubts and fears. I have clearly mentioned and justified his reactions. So he is agitated, he is mentally disturbed. अगर फ्लियंस मारा जाता तो मैकबेथ का जो पोजीशन है वो बहुत सेफ एंड सिक्योर हो जाता. As strong a foundation as rocks. मगर अब फ्लियंस यहाँ से भाग गया और इसीलिए मैकबेथ का जो कंडीशन है वो कैसा है? He is cabined, cribbed, confined, bound to saucy doubts and fears. He is doubtful and he is also scared. Banquo's death has made him safe, while Fleance's escape foreshadows future threat. In this way, Macbeth expresses his mental reactions to Fleance's escape. Fleance, the worm, has no teeth as yet. Fleance तो अब उतना powerful भी नहीं है, and he is not harmful right at this time, but in future, in time, will venom breed. Macbeth lives agitated. So this is another reaction of Macbeth. He does not welcome his guests also properly. As a result of this, you may add this, he does not welcome his guests properly. There is a banquet, but he is so disturbed that he forgets to welcome his guests properly. 152 words, so a little bit of editing, and this answer is perfect for this question. How does Macbeth react to the news? So this is his reaction. Moving on to question number 2. Let's read the question. In Act 3, Scene 4 of Macbeth, how does Macbeth welcome his guests? Another important question to the banquet. Again, short answer question, 100 to 150 words, 5 marks. In Act 3, Scene 4 of Macbeth, a banquet is prepared. Macbeth and Lady Macbeth enter. Macbeth welcomes his guests to the feast. He welcomes his guests to the feast and asks the guests to sit down according to their own degrees, that is, social ranks. He will play the humble host. He is the host, he is the king, he is the host, and this is a royal banquet. So as a host, he welcomes his guests warmly. He will play the humble host and will himself mingle with society. वो खुद जो गेस्ट्स आए हैं उनके साथ घुल मिल जाएंगे, उनको अटेंड करेंगे, उनके साथ टाइम स्पेंड करेंगे. Mix with the guests assembled there. So I have used quotations also and I have explained them briefly. Always use brief quotations so that you do not make any mistake. Remember, if you quote incorrectly, then marks will be deducted. So be very careful. Macbeth is the king and Lady Macbeth is the queen. The latter, that means Lady Macbeth, is in her chair of state. She will also welcome them in best time and surely she also greets them warmly. So both of them give a warm reception to their guests. Macbeth, along with his wife, pretends to be warm and gracious. Critical comment. वो बहुत ग्रेसफुल दिख रहे हैं, वो बहुत वार्म एंड काइंड दिख रहे हैं, फ्रेंडली दिख रहे हैं. राजा रानी होने के बावजूद अपने गेस्ट्स को वो बहुत अच्छे तरीके से अटेंड कर रहे हैं. मगर दिस इज नॉट द रियलिटी. दिस इज जस्ट अ प्रिटेंस. He harbors murderous thoughts. Actually, Macbeth harbors murderous thoughts and has progressed further in criminality. When he speaks to the first murderer regarding Fleance's escape, he becomes absent-minded. He forgets to attend his guests. He does not attend his guests. He does not give the cheer properly. Again, he shifts his attention to the feast and wishes good digestion, weight on appetite and health on both. So, he is agitated, yet he pretends to be a welcoming host. So this is how he begins the royal reception. पहले तो बहुत वार्मली वो ग्रीट करते हैं अपने गेस्ट्स को, मगर उन्हें जब पता चलता है बैंको मर चुके हैं, फ्लियंस भाग गया है वहां से, तो वो एब्सेंट माइंडेड हो गए और वो उन बातों में ही डूब गए. He forgot completely that he had to welcome his guests more warmly. But again, Lady Macbeth reminds him of his duties and he shifts his attention to the feast and wishes good digestion, weight on appetite and health on both. A quotation. And 149 words, and this is perfect. So this is the second answer. Now, quickly, let's move on to the third answer. Very important. All these questions are important in fact. What does the ghost of Banquo signify? Significance of the ghost of Banquo. Very important. The ghost of Banquo, which constitutes a supernatural element, is subjective. Subjective का मतलब, it is seen only by Macbeth. Lady Macbeth को ghost दिखाई नहीं दिया है. It appears and vanishes twice, 2 times. First time the ghost appears, then it disappears, and then again after a little while it appears again and then vanishes once again. It is a product of his excited imagination and heated brain. Critical comment. All these lines, all these words and expressions are important. Dear students, learn them, mark them up. It is as much a subjective phenomenon as the airborne dagger that led him to Duncan. Again, very important. A comparison, a similarity डैगर सीन, बैंक्वेट सीन, दोनों में क्या सिमिलैरिटी है? डैगर, airborne dagger, a figment of his imagination, his hallucination because of his heated brain. And now the ghost of Banquo, perhaps another hallucination, another illusion because of his heated brain. Scenically, it may not be a pure hallucination like the dagger, yet the ghost draws the attention to the psychological aspect of the plot, that is Macbeth's nervous tension. Macbeth's mind is completely unhinged. Macbeth is losing control over himself, and this is the psychological aspect of the plot. So when this drama was staged, perhaps the ghost was not actually a pure hallucination. Perhaps the audience could see the ghost on the stage. So this is the scenical aspect of it. Stage direction, scenes, वो वाला एस्पेक्ट है. तो सीनिकली क्या पॉसिबल है घोस्ट को दिखाना ना दिखाना? तो ये तो स्टेज डायरेक्शन हो गया, ड्रामा का डायरेक्शन हो गया. मगर यहाँ पे जो चीज इंपॉर्टेंट है, एज रीडर्स वी आर कंसर्न्ड अबाउट द साइकोलॉजिकल एस्पेक्ट ऑफ द प्लॉट, मैकबेथ्स नर्वस टेंशन. दिस इज another significance of the ghost of Banquo. It shows how vulnerable, how emotionally volatile Macbeth is at this moment. In the dagger scene, इसीलिए जो banquet scene है, dagger scene है, उसमें एक similarity भी है और एक difference भी है. Difference क्या है? He quickly plucks up his courage. Dagger scene में he plucks up his courage and he moves ahead to commit regicide. But here, his mind is completely unhinged, tortured by the nemesis of his imagination and awed by superstition. Learn by heart. Completely unhinged. Nemesis. What is nemesis? Watch the line by line explanation video, dear students, and you will understand this term nemesis. There I have discussed this in detail. By the nemesis of his imagination. Nemesis क्या है? यहाँ पे nemesis is the ghost of Banquo. Of all Shakespeare's ghosts, it is the most ghostly. It wears the guise of the corpse as the murderer described it. Bones marrowless, cold blood, expressionless eyes, hollow sockets. So this is perhaps the most ghostly of all Shakespearean ghosts. The ghost appears when Macbeth speaks of Banquo's presence in the banquet. This is interesting. It reappears when he says, would he were here. जब जब Macbeth Banquo के बारे में बात कर रहे थे, प्रिटेंड कर रहे थे, शायद काश बैंको यहां पे होता, would he were here, तब 2 times the ghost appears are instances of dramatic irony. So another significance of the ghost of Banquo. So Shakespeare's use of dramatic irony. Another compact answer, well within the word limit. So this is question number 3, dear students. Or a long answer question, 200 to 250 words. Very important. Once again, I will be repeating this expression, very important, again and again, because the banquet scene is really very, very important. 2 questions. I have discussed 2 questions over here. I have merged them. What is Macbeth's reaction and why does Macbeth react the way he does when he sees Banquo's ghost? Let's read 200 to 250 words. At first, Macbeth merely observes that the stool is occupied. The ghost of Banquo sits in Macbeth's place. So we find the ghost of Banquo sitting in Macbeth's place. He takes a seated corpse as a horrible practical joke. So what is his reaction? The first reaction. He merely observes that the stool is occupied. He does not understand initially. And then he takes the seated corpse as a horrible practical joke. At last he knows that it is the ghost of Banquo and he forgets about everything else, addresses the ghost directly. Never shake the gory locks at me. He starts speaking with the ghost. तो पहले mere observation है, फिर उन्हें लगता है किसी ने एक horrible practical joke play किया है, और जब उन्हें realize होता है ये बैंको का ghost है, तो वो क्या करते हैं? He forgets about everything else and he addresses the ghost directly. Lennox notices the horrified suspense on Macbeth's face. So another reaction, and Lennox observes this. He says that he is not a coward. Ghost से वो बातें करने लगते हैं Macbeth. According to Lady Macbeth, he looks but on a stool, blankly staring at a tool. Lady Macbeth और दूसरे जो वहां पे थे, उन्हें क्या लग रहा था? वो सिर्फ एक स्टूल की तरफ देख रहे थे. Why? Because the ghost was visible only to Macbeth. And makes such faces, and he was also making faces, grimaces. He is once again the victim of his imagination. Lady Macbeth को ये realization हो गया था. फिर से Macbeth is experiencing his fits. His face is twisted with fear. He is distracted. All these are his reactions. He believes that everyone sees the ghost. Addressing it, he asks it to speak to him and the ghost disappears. So all these are his reactions. Chided by Lady Macbeth. Chided का क्या मतलब है? Rebuked by Lady Macbeth. He turns to the feasting lords, raises a toast to them and Banquo. And then the ghost reappears. Macbeth behaves strangely once again. So the same reaction. Loses his self-control. He loses his self-control. He orders, "Quit my sight." I have quoted from the text. "Let the earth hide thee." Another important quotation. "Its bones are marrowless. Blood is cold. It has no speculation in those eyes, yet staring at him." He calls it horrible shadow, unreal mockery, and asks it to go away. So these are his reactions. The second time he reacts in this way. The ghost disappears. So what is his reaction? Finished. And now the critical aspect. Why does he react the way he does? Why is he so disturbed? Here, Macbeth's mind is completely unhinged. There is a perceptible degeneration. So it is visible. Degeneration of his mental powers. He has become mentally weak. And this is the inevitable consequence, result. किस चीज का है ये? Of his murderous deeds. अब तक उन्होंने जो crimes किया, इसके लिए ये प्राइस उन्हें पे करना पड़ा. He has lost his self-control and degeneration of his mental powers. So, this is why he is reacting in this way. So agitated, बौखला गए हैं. The ghost of Banquo is a product of his excited imagination. His imagination is excited and his brain is heated brain. Struck with horror. He is struck with horror. He is horrified at Banquo's death, Fleance's escape, and he is filled with nervous tension. And for all these reasons, he is reacting in the particular way. Being isolated, another very important point, from the world of ordered nature. He is isolated. He has progressed ahead in criminality, तो जो नॉर्मल ऑर्डर है, मॉरल ऑर्डर है, उससे वो बहुत दूर आ चुके हैं. He reacts in such a way, revealing his emotional volatility. He's emotionally volatile. अभी वो चिल्ला रहे हैं, अभी वो भयभीत हो रहे हैं, अभी वो फीस्टिंग गेस्ट्स की तरफ उन्हें उनका याद आ रहा है. So he is emotionally volatile and he is also vulnerable, his vulnerability. So these are new words perhaps, dear students. Don't worry, learn these words and try to use them in your answers. सीखने में there is no harm in learning new things. Awed by superstition, he is tortured by the nemesis of his own imagination. Again, the term nemesis, line by line explanation. Do check the pinned comment section or the description box for the link. Now, his alienation from others and Lady Macbeth, isolated. वो लेडी मैकबेथ से भी आइसोलेटेड है, एलियनेटेड है, और दूसरों से भी वो आइसोलेटेड है. गेस्ट्स के बीच में है, मगर मेंटली वो कहाँ पे है? मेंटली तो फ्लुएंसेस एस्केप, बैंकोस डेथ, बैंकोस मर्डर, डंकन्स मर्डर, इन सारी चीजों से उनका दिमाग जो है वो हिल गया है. Now 264 words, dear students, a request, just a little bit of editing and I know you can do it. So, dagger, ghost. In the dagger scene, he had plucked up his courage, Lady Macbeth's role, and now ghost, he is completely unhinged, he loses his self-control, drops his pretense, and Lady Macbeth's gradual fading away. These are some of the pointers. If you need, you can incorporate these points according to the question available. So, since this is a reference answer, I have given you some extra points also, so that you can use them if needed. Now, it's time for us to discuss question number 5. How do the guests react to Macbeth's strange behavior? This is again very important. So, pardon me for using very important again and again. How does Lady Macbeth explain Macbeth's behavior? So let me just write it down. Very important to draw your attention. The ghost of Banquo appears. Macbeth, tortured by the nemesis of his own imagination, loses self-control. His mind is completely unhinged. So this is the introductory part. We have discussed all these things. So the same material, reference material, but the framing of the answer is different. His face is twisted with fear. So this is the condition. First you will have to speak about Macbeth's condition. His face is twisted with fear. And now the guest's reaction. Lennox observes the horrified suspense on Macbeth's face. Ross asks Lennox and then Ross asks everyone to rise. His Majesty is not well. Later he asks Macbeth what sights make him blanched with fear. Why is he so afraid? The guests are confused, worried. Lennox wishes him better health while leaving. I have tried to incorporate each and every point in this answer. Now, Lady Macbeth's damage control. How does she do it? Lady Macbeth explains. अब सुनिए मेरी बात. Lady Macbeth explains that the fit is momentary, temporary. ये तो होता है. Macbeth के साथ ये तो हमेशा ही होता है. Macbeth has been often subject to such fits even from his youth. She asks them not to note him. मत देखो, मत notice करो इतना. Do not regard him. Regard him not. She tries to divert their attention to allay their suspicions, to reduce their suspicions. She asks them not to attach too much importance to Macbeth's nervous tension. चिंता की कोई बात नहीं है. And you can also add this section. I have mentioned it. She asks them not to speak and then bids them to leave immediately. Wishes them a kind good night. You will have to add this section. Later, she tells them to think of his strange behavior as something quite usual for him. It is usual for him, but unusual for others. Only it spoiled the pleasure of the feast. In this way, Lady Macbeth tries to make the situation seem quite normal. ऐसी सिचुएशंस तो हम हमेशा ही फेस करते हैं क्योंकि मैकबेथ को ऐसे दौरे हमेशा ही पड़ते हैं. सो डोंट यू वरी एंड यू मे लीव. डोंट डिस्टर्ब हिम टू मच. ही विल गेट एंग्रियर एंड मोर एजिटेटेड. सो दिस इज आंसर नंबर 5. Quickly, question number 6. Long answer again. 10 marks, 200 to 250 words. Lady Macbeth. Now, how does Lady Macbeth try to control Macbeth's strange behavior? एक तरफ she has to control, manage the guests, and on the other hand, she has to manage Macbeth also. How does she do it? Lady Macbeth plays her part admirably. Very well. Critical comment. Right at the beginning, in managing the lords and controlling Macbeth, she draws her husband aside and tries to instill courage into him. She has not seen the ghost of Banquo, but she knows enough to suspect that Macbeth is once again the victim of his imagination. She knows Macbeth very well and she quickly realizes फिर से और एक दौरा Macbeth का. She realizes it, although she does not see the ghost of Banquo. So this is significant. She says that the ghost is the very painting of his fear. An important quotation. So learn this quotation. And here just let me do a little bit of correction in still spelling. Like the air-drawn dagger, hallucination which led him to Duncan. She tells Macbeth, don't worry, this is another hallucination. This will pass. Turning to Macbeth, she asks, are you a man? Then she is really annoyed and tells that he must be ashamed of himself, making such faces and looking on but on a stool. क्या देख रहे हो एक stool की तरफ? Why are you staring blankly at a tool and making such faces? Shame on you. He seems to be unnerved by his foolish thoughts. She rebukes him. Fie for shame. At first, this is her strategy. At first, she rallies him angrily. She scolds him, seeks to shame him into self-command. Control yourself. क्या कर रहे हो? And then Macbeth's mind is completely unhinged. She understands this and she changes her tactics. Instantly, this shows her presence of mind. She changes her tactics and endeavors to recall him to his senses by assuming an ordinary tone of voice. Important. चिल्ला के कोई फायदा नहीं. Scold करके, rebuke करके कोई फायदा नहीं. Because Macbeth is now out of control. He cannot control his emotions and therefore she assumes an ordinary tone of voice. See how she speaks? Your noble friends do lack you. The device proves successful. Important. Macbeth's agitated nerves respond to the tone of everyday life. And recovering himself, he drinks to the health, happiness of all the guests as well as that of Banquo. Banquo's ghost reappears, vanishes again. Lady Macbeth chides. Again she starts rebuking him as he has spoiled the mirth, broke the good meeting with his strangest behavior. क्या आप behave कर रहे हैं? जो banquet है, feast है, उसको तो spoil कर दिया आपने. She keeps on speaking with the guests. एक तरफ Macbeth है और दूसरी तरफ guests भी हैं. So she has to do a balancing act. She has to speak to the guests. She has to speak to Macbeth. To avoid suspicion, urges them to speak no more, politely bidding them a good night. She has to use her presence of mind and tactfulness to support Macbeth, but it is only the last flicker of a dying lamp. What is the meaning of this? Critical comment. She shows clear signs of mental exhaustion herself at the end of the scene. This is important. मैनेज तो वो कर गई, सिचुएशन को उन्होंने डैमेज होने से कंट्रोल कर लिया, मैकबेथ को भी कंट्रोल कर लिया, गेस्ट को भी भेज दिया उन्होंने, बट शी शोज साइंस ऑफ मेंटल एग्जॉशन herself. She's already alienated, isolated from her husband. However, she advises Macbeth to sleep, the medicine for his troubled mind. Again, 268 words, editing, and then this answer is going to be perfect. This is a reference answer. These are reference answers. So, I have written a little more because these points, all the points that I have mentioned are important. You may need them in writing some other answers. So, a kind of interconnected reference answers. Very quickly, why does Macbeth resolve to meet the Weird sisters for the second time? 500 to 150 words. Try to understand this. You will need this. Macbeth is beginning to act like a man who is no longer his own master, who is driven by the powers of evil that have taken possession of him. Spies are only human agents. He has no confidence in them. Spies जो है उनके ऊपर मैकबेथ का कोई भरोसा नहीं है अब. Hence, he resolves to meet the witches. Spies जो messengers होते हैं, जो spying करते हैं, वो तो सिर्फ इंसान हैं. But Macbeth is really worried. As a king, he is worried. He fears rebellion. He fears detection. Therefore, he must go and meet the witches because they have supernatural powers. He will make them who know everything reveal the names of all his foes. This is the reason why he wants to go and meet them. This sudden resolve shows his insecurity, restlessness, and suspicions. Critical comment. You must incorporate critical comments in all your answers. He hopes more shall they speak. He is already the Thane of Glamis, the Thane of Cawdor, the King of Scotland, as predicted by them. And now he hopes more shall they speak. He will know by the worst means the worst fate that is in store for him. He will do it for his own good. He has lost all contact with the human world. He is isolated and thinks only of his own self. He will abandon every consideration and see that every obstacle is removed. तो कौन बता पाएंगे ये सब? Human agents, spies, उन्हें सब information नहीं दे पाएंगे because of their obvious limitations. Therefore, he has to go to the supernatural powers, the evil witches who had guided him before also. The complete fulfillment of all their predictions. फिर से Macbeth witches के पास इसीलिए जाना चाहते हैं. Macduff's absence, Fleance's escape worry him. Unable to return from the path of crime, he wants to know the worst fate that is in store for him. So this is the 7th answer. And now let's move on to the last answer. I hope you will be benefited and you will be able to write any answer now coming from the banquet scene. Why does Macbeth say blood will have blood? 5 marks. Macbeth tells Lady Macbeth that blood will have blood, and these words reveal his disconnected thoughts. Lady Macbeth fails to understand क्या बोल रहे हैं. But Macbeth is mentally very disturbed. He is tormented by his conscience stricken. Important. He dreads retribution. Important. He's afraid of detection. पकड़े जाने का डर. Revenge का डर. Punishment का डर. The murderer's crimes committed by him will be avenged on him. He cannot hope to escape punishment for his crimes. There is a proverbial saying that murder cries out for revenge, that no murderer can avoid retribution. He has to pay the price for his crimes, and therefore Macbeth says blood will have blood. Bloody deeds, murderous deeds will have blood. Macbeth has attained kingship, but he has lost his peace of mind. He has progressed so further in this criminality that he cannot return to the path of righteousness. अब वो लौट नहीं पाएंगे, उन्हें आगे बढ़ना है. Because blood will have blood. He lives in constant fear, dreads retribution with a superstitious awe. होने वाला है, मुझे punishment मिलने वाला है. Even supernatural indications reveal the crime of murder. Stones have been known to move, trees speak, thus revealed murders. Birds, rooks, crows revealed murders kept undisclosed. Therefore, Macbeth's crimes too will be disclosed. And therefore, Macbeth's mind is completely unhinged and he says, blood will have blood. End of today's very significant, very important, a must-watch session.